What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for being here back on my channel, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, leave a like and a comment/question, as I really do answer all of them. Now, today I'm going to be answering a question that a lot of you have been asking me, and that's what is the price of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X? When can you pre-order, and when are the release dates? Now, let me tell you that these are not confirmed, but from all the speculation and rumors that we've heard, I have boiled it down to the answers, and I'm going to be telling you exactly what I think. So if you're curious to find out all of this news, make sure you stay tuned to the very end of this video, because I am going to be going through all the updates about the consoles. So before we begin, I just want to remind you that there's two different versions of the PS5 and two different versions of the Xbox releasing this year. Now, the PS5 has a standard and digital edition, and the Xbox has an Xbox Series X, which is a standard edition, and the Xbox Series S, which is rumored to be the digital edition of the console. Now, these will probably release on the same day, but I will give you price predictions and dates accordingly. Let's start with the brand new Xbox Series X. When will it release, and what is the price? Now, the price is rumored to be around $499 or even $399. That's right, potentially even $399. But trust me, it won't be any more than this. Microsoft actually posted this price accidentally by themselves on their website, but this could have just been a placeholder, okay? The price that they had was listed at $399, and that was the Xbox Series X. So I think it will be around the $399 to $499 price range, but definitely won't be any more or any less. Now, if you're looking for something cheaper on the Xbox side, you're going to want to go with the Xbox Series S. Now, that is going to be an all digital and less powerful version of the new Xbox Series X. But let me tell you, that console will be probably at $299 to $399 price range. That is right. If the Xbox Series X is $499, then the Project Lockhart Xbox Series S will most likely be $399. But if the Xbox Series X is $399, then Project Lockhart Xbox Series X will most likely be $299. I know, a ton of numbers. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I have them somewhere on the screen, but I hope you're following along with me, because these will be the prices for the next-gen consoles. Also, if you're deciding between the Xbox Series X or Xbox Series X, just know the Xbox Series X will be significantly more powerful and also be a standard edition, meaning you'll be able to play disc on it and also run digital games. Now, the Xbox Series S will only be able to do digital games and have less performance. So you won't be able to play in that 4K quality. You'll get more closer to 1080. Now, we don't know if you'll be able to do 60 frames or above, but the Xbox Series X will definitely get that. So it's really up to you, depending on how much you want to spend and how much of the performance you really care about. Let's jump on to the PlayStation 5 now. Now, the Sony PlayStation 5 will have two editions, like I already stated, and the standard edition has been rumored on multiple different places that it will cost $499. Now, this is $100 more than the PS4 released at, and it is most likely going to be the price that this next generation console actually has. Now, there has been a ton of people replying to me saying, this is not the price. It's definitely going to be way more expensive than this. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But trust me, it will not be more expensive than $499 in the US. Now, the reason why I say this is because when the PS3 initially released, that costed around $600. And that was a really bad move for Sony, because the Xbox released at a much less significant price than the PlayStation 3 did. So that was a bunch of problems to the PlayStation 3 at the time, because their pricing was way too insane. Now, I know with time, it's a different era, the inflation has increased, but Sony knows that the $600 price point did not work for them in the past, and they most likely will never go to that again. And I really doubt that Microsoft will ever hit that mark also. So we'll most likely see something less than $600. So don't worry about it, and I'm really assuming that will be $499. Now, the PlayStation 5 Digital, yes, this console will only play digital games that are downloaded from the PlayStation Store. The standard edition will play digital also, but it will also let you play with disc. Now, the reason why this model will be cheaper is because it will remove the Blu-ray player, so you won't be able to play any of your DVDs. Now, this console, in my opinion, will be $399 from the rumors I've heard, and also my own personal speculation. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because it makes the most amount of sense to make an all-digital console be $100 cheaper to compete with the Xbox pricing, which will most likely be cheaper if they also release a standard or digital model at a cheaper price point. A lot of people have been saying online that the new PlayStation 5 Standard Edition will be $499 and the digital only edition will be $449, which would give it a $50 price difference, but most likely this won't happen. And the reason why is because when it comes down to product releases, The ones that sell the most is that have the $99 at the end. So $4.99, $3.99, $2.99. The $49.99 at the end actually does not convert into as many conversions, as many sales. So it's most likely that in the pricing strategy, it's going to be a $4.99 and a $3.99. Okay, so once again, the PlayStation 5 Standard Edition will be $4.99. The PlayStation Digital Edition will be $3.99. The Xbox Series X will either be $3.99 or $4.99. And the Xbox Series S will either be $2.99 or $3.99. Now, I definitely think that Sony's PlayStation 5 will be more expensive than the Xbox Series X, and the reason why I said that is because Sony has multiple times said that their console will be a premium price point. Now, this doesn't mean necessarily expensive, so we won't probably be seeing, like I said, more than a $600 price, but around the $500 just makes sense because they're really trying to get the quality of the console really well done. And I really believe that they aren't going to go for anything super cheap around the $300 or $200 range. So most likely just know you're going to be looking at around $499. Once again, these prices are not confirmed, so we don't know if these are actually the prices, but throughout all the rumors and everything that we've heard, this is most likely going to be the pricing. Now you're probably wondering what the release dates of these bad boys are because you just want to get your hands on them already. Now, just know that both consoles have a holiday release date, meaning sometime between October till December. But because we have a ton of rumors and a lot of speculation that we can take from previous console generations, we can come to the conclusion that it will release in November. And when I say it, I mean both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Now, for the Xbox Series X, we kind of have a little bit more understanding of when it'll release because they accidentally leaked a November 12th release date. Now, this might just be a placeholder, but a lot of the Xbox Series X games also are slated to be released around this time. So I wouldn't be surprised if November 12th was the actual release date. But I could also see it being a week before or a week after this date as well. But just know, most likely we're getting the new Xbox sometime in November, and I mean that for the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S that we haven't even seen announced yet. Now, it wouldn't make sense if the PlayStation 5 didn't release around this time as well, because their competitors, they need to get their pricing and sales up there as well. And as previous console generations from the PS4, they actually released a week after the Xbox. So I can totally see it being a week after or even a week before the Xbox. So just know around the November 12th date as well. Or it might even be November 19th if they do it a week after. So this is where I'm assuming the new PlayStation 5 will also release. But once it does get confirmed, I will update and let you all know what the new dates are. But just know, both consoles will most likely release in November. So make sure you get your money ready because it's going to be a lot. Now the last thing you're probably wondering is, how do I pre-order these consoles and when will the pre-orders even happen? And if you're scared you might miss the pre-orders, don't be, because Sony has said that they won't just randomly let the pre-orders out. And they will most likely let us know a week in advance. Now, I'm assuming Microsoft wouldn't be dumb and they would do the exact same thing and they would let us know from beforehand when they can allow people to pre-order these consoles. Now, both companies are most likely going to release another event this month talking about the dates, the release dates, and the prices of the new consoles. So most likely we'll get all that information this month. And it only makes sense that during these events that they would release the date of the pre-orders, which would probably be in August or early September. So if you're looking to get your hands on a brand new next generation console, make sure you have your money ready by August or early September, which is very, very soon, and you don't have that much time left. And pre-ordering is really great because it holds a line for you to be able to get these next generation consoles before they're sold out and before that you can't find them and people raise the prices and all that confusing mess, and I'm sure you don't want to go through any of that stuff. Alright everybody, thank you so much for being here on my video. I hope I gave you a ton of information that was very helpful, from the pricing, the pre-order dates, and just the release dates in general. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and comment on this video as it really does help my channel. And again, I make these videos for you. I appreciate you for being here and giving me your time. You mean the world to me, and until next time, for all the updates, make sure you stay tuned because I'm Zia Updates.